slices of life in the city and throughout the tri-state. That's what the Debrief tries to bring you. Our travels for the show has brought us to the Jewish Community Center on the Upper West Side to meet Gabriel Specter, who is a public artist, a street artist, if you will, and you're really stepping outside the box with this latest project, which we'll talk about in a minute. But Gabriel, just for viewers who aren't familiar with you, tell us the kinds of art, where you've appeared, and things like that.
Well, I'm mainly a street artist, David, so I mostly work outside, public art. So I do a lot of stuff that, you know, you would see average on your street corner. Maybe it could be something that's covering up a tag, or it could be a poster. So I'm very much involved in like putting work in the city constantly.
And you had international displays, if you will, right?
Yeah, definitely. Been to Paris, London, got to work in galleries all over the world.
So a friend recently approached you with something different, and you had to give it some thought, and then brought you here. Explain it.
Well, basically, yeah, a friend of mine told me about this opportunity to muralize the whole front gallery. It's a Laurie M. Tisch Gallery here at the JCC.
Yeah.
And so I thought about it, and I wasn't sure at first, but through the experience of actually meeting the people here and really just feeling the vibe of this place, it sort of just took me over. I mean, what is going on here is so special. They have, you know, they're so inclusive, and I think that's why I was driven. You
actually came and hung out and observed. Talk about that. And what did you see and what did you feel?
So basically, I was here for almost a month. And I got to partake in all the programming here. I did Mahjong, which is a game, a Chinese game, they're a poker almost. I did Tai Chi. I got to hang out with kindergarten kids. I took part in classes with special needs, painting classes. So I just basically took myself and put myself in the format of someone who's a community member here and actually became one in the process. So it's really beautiful.
And so what struck you is you hear the name Jewish Community Center, and yet there's a wide array of programs and a diversity of people that come through here, correct?
Totally, yeah. I think that, you know, that this place is as inclusive as any place in the city.
So talk us through what the result was. We see it around us. Kind of take us through it.
A lot of what took me is the people and the interaction with them. Right. So this is why I chose to do these portraits. And this background, a lot of this like color that you see, this really impact, is influenced because I asked a lot of the members to give me drawings. And I said, make me drawings that tell me about community so I can get a better idea of what you feel about this community. So through that, it just inspired me. So a lot of these are children's drawings, stuff that inspired me to use these colors and these shapes and these forms. I normally am all over the place throughout the city, meeting people, working a lot with underprivileged individuals. And in this case, I was working under one space, so it sort of really got me to feel like part of this community.
And obviously the children touched you most of all.
That's easy, yeah. The kids are always, they're the cutest, they're the most fun.
Now let me ask you, it takes a certain amount of street cred to claim street artist, and you can't go commercial, you can't go mainstream. Are you still okay with this? Is this okay? Because this this adds to your portfolio?
Well, it works in with my concept, because my concept is about people, humanity, so it's very much in the vein of all my work.
Okay, what's the best way to learn more about Gabriel Specter or your work?
My website, www.specterart.com, which is great.
All right.
And you can also Google my name.
And one final note, I thought it was interesting, this will be temporary, and you say that is in fitting with life itself and your art. Explain.
Yes, definitely. Well, the thing is that most of my work, and most work in general, tends to have a life. Now, we think that paintings last forever. In all reality, they decay. The only things that really stay are paintings by masters and oil paintings that have been treated. So, you know, in this process, I really embrace the idea that things don't last. And, you know, I actually have a show called, that happened about a week ago in Paris called Things Change.
Okay.
And that's really what it's about. It's like the constant changing of our lives. So for me, the ephemeral aspect of these pieces coming down is really in the evolution of this place and the evolution of life in general.
All right, Gabriel Specter, good to meet you. Good to see his work as you stepped outside the box here at the Jewish Community Center on Manhattan's Upper West Side. We'll be right back on The Debrief.